Welcome to Automated Solutions for Your Business, brought to you by Natalie Lewis. Thank you for tuning in. Listen, what you're looking at here is a very unsexy spreadsheet, and I promise that by the end of the video, you will say, Natalie, this is actually a sexy spreadsheet. I promise. All right, so let's make this quick. I work with a firm that needs performance data from 3 completely different platforms, none of which talk to each other, and one of them actively blocks standard data extraction. So think like Walmart or Meta. Meta is actually good, but only to see what they want you to see, right? All right. So every week, somebody was manually pulling numbers from each platform, pasting them into a spreadsheet, and trying to figure out what was actually working and what wasn't. And from all the red you're seeing here, yeah, that was a headache. So if you do the math, that's around 6 to 10 hours a week working on data entry, copy paste, boring things. All right. So what I built, let me take you real quick through here. All right. This is platform 1, and it's a public data feed that has copy trading signals. So let's say that you're interested in copy trading. You would go into this guy, MCA 100, and you copy it for $30 a month, and you can actually view month over month how much they're making, what's the percentage. So you could compare it to how much you're making by copying this person, because not necessarily, you don't need the same balance as they do. All right. So what happens? Imagine that you're copying this guy, but not only him, you're actually copying all of these guys. And then you have to kind of like look at how many traits they have, look at how many traits you have, and you're already getting a headache. So I built a scraper over here on Automation Anywhere that extracts the data from 30 different signals, and it extracts the data for yesterday, right? So we're viewing what happened yesterday, and it pasted into an Excel. All right. And then after that, phase 2 is this beautiful terminal that you see right here. This has an API, thank God. So we can extract all of these data points from yesterday and put them in an Excel file. All right. Please don't get a headache yet. I promise it's going to get better. And then finally, platform 3, the difficult one. Look, it's so old, it doesn't even have a night mode. So over here, this doesn't have an API. The only way that you can extract data is doing right click and saving as a report. Imagine doing that 15 times. Yeah. So what I built here is slightly different. Let me show you over here. So it's actually they call them expert advisors, but think of it as a Python script, right? So this extracts the data for yesterday. And let me close that. Since there is no API, I actually built one just using the IP address. All right. So you don't have to think too much about that. Just think that I was able to build a bridge in between this, or 15 versions of this, and Excel. So you don't have to manually extract the data. Finally, I put this all together in what I call Auditron, my baby. Yes, inspired by Transformers. So it goes through phase 1. It scrapes the data from the weird website. Phase 2 would be getting the data from the API over here. And finally, phase 3 strings everything together into this, yes, now sexy spreadsheet. And in this case, what we're looking for is what matched and what didn't. So if it matched, it's good. We're not losing money. If it didn't, we might be losing money, or we might be making more money. How do you find out? Well, you can actually go into it. In this case, there's only MQL5 data. That's the website. And it's only showing you like okay, this is how much it made. So we don't have any trades for this. So we didn't make money. We actually missed out on $650. But over here, you can see our account. You can see what the website did, and then you can see the difference. So in this case, we made a little bit less. But look at that. I mean, no headache, no data entry, no stupid stuff. So, no fluff in general. How does this translate to you and your marketing business or your content creation business? So, let's replace those three platforms with, let's say, Google Ads, Shopify, and Klaviyo. It's the same exact problem. Your data lives in three places that don't really talk to each other. And every week, someone, probably you, is pulling it together manually. Or maybe you're not even looking at the data, in which we need to have another conversation, because looking at your numbers is going to help you with everything. So the technical details might change, but the pattern is identical. I can help you extract data from difficult sources. I can help automate the consolidation and deliver clean insights without anyone touching a spreadsheet. Well, maybe me. That's what I do. So let me know if you're interested. We could collaborate. And also let me know if you have any questions. I'm looking for feedback here. Yeah. Bye.